Hope that wasn't too abrupt. I think it was. Hi, everybody. Hope you can all see me. I got the chat popped up here. So hopefully, do I have the chat popped up here? Hi, everybody. Let me know how I sound, as always. Let me raise this up a little bit. Hope everyone's doing well. Give me a second to make sure the sound is good. All right, there's the chat. Okay, I sound good from one person. I see. Cool. I might actually move my computer because it's not in a great spot for me. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Developer Tour Part 2. We're gonna jump into the demo 401 for you. All right, I sound good. Got my Christmas tree up. Next time we do this, it'll probably be gone. So enjoy our beautiful Christmas tree. Happy New Year to everybody. It's New Year's Eve. And tomorrow is 2022. So today is the last day of quarter four, that dreaded quarter four. And we're here to explore more of Demo 401. Last week, we explored the first part of it, which would be pretty much all the first class spaces. I think all the first class spaces, yeah, in the daytime. Today, we have a new update from our programmer, Derek and Kyle. They're kind of the two spearheading all the development of this demo, along with everyone's help, of course. Luke McHugh, our UI UX designer, is doing insane amount of work on this, and I've been writing all the text that you see and just overall direction of the demo. So it's been a lot of work for everybody, but it's been so much fun. This is sort of the dream, to be working on this. We were hoping we'd be working on the alpha in this way at this point in the year, but it is fun to work on something for you to have now and not to wait for. But as soon as this demo is finished, which we're going to release the final parts of the demo over the next few days, maybe the next week or two. Certainly by the end of January, we'll be done with the demo altogether, and it'll all be in your hands, and you can all enjoy it, and we can all focus on the alpha again. Of course, Dominic is still working on the alpha. I have some images from the alpha for you to see what progress he's making. So the alpha is still under development while we do this. So yeah, welcome everybody to part 2 of this little series. And we will have a part 3. I said in the description a little while ago that it would be a week from today, but I'm actually not sure. It depends on my schedule, honestly. So we will do part 3 at some point, and perhaps that will be the last one, because I imagine part 3 we will have a couple more spaces, and then beyond that, it's mostly going to be bug fixes. So I'm not going to do a stream for every bug fix. Speaking of, so what we're going to do over the next probably hour and a half, I'm going to talk a little bit about those bug fixes. We'll talk about the alpha for a brief second, and then we're going to hop into the demo. I promised the fans that we would post the link at 2:15. So I've got 10 minutes to get through this stuff, and then we will post the link. You guys can all click download, and while it downloads, you can watch a little tour. And just to get the excitement going, I know not everybody knows what the update will include today, and I will tell you. It has new spaces, third class spaces most notably, in the daytime setting. And then we have a nighttime setting, and it's all the spaces that are available in the daytime setting are available in the nighttime setting. And I got the demo myself 3 minutes before I started this stream, because that's how we operate. always kind of last minute for James when it comes to the streams. But I got to just like sprint through the night mode just to make sure it worked, because I've not seen it yet. And I'm excited to walk around it and show it to you guys, because I've never seen it. So it's gonna be fun. It looks great. So big shout out to Derek, who basically is up all night with this, trying to get this done, trying to fix the bugs, trying to get everything working. incredible amount of work ethic on this team. Oh, that's right. I have the chat on my big screen here. I'm so stupid. Just making sure I didn't miss any super chats because I just got a couple, I think. So from Zoe B. Delopsa, I remember that name. Hope everyone at THG has an above average new year. I hope so as well. Thank you. And then Ray Purchase, of course, for beer. I believe Ray Purchase always gets us beer. And then what is this stream without Monskar donating a little something? Thank you, Monskar, 40 euros for that. All right, let me dive into this. I only have 9 minutes before I need to post this link, so I can appease some of the people on Discord who claimed that it wouldn't happen. I apologize if you can hear a siren. It's New York City. There's always a siren. So yes, really quickly, I just want to talk about the demo up to this point, bug fixes. We are aware that a lot of people have some blurry textures in the more recent updates. The first release for a lot of people was nice and clear. We made some changes, and then we got some blurry textures. We hope that that is fixed in today's update. That was done. We were trying to mess with the RAM to make it easier for people to play and to make the levels load and all that stuff. And then it sort of inadvertently made some blurry textures. So we hope that's fixed today. We had lots of level loading issues, as we saw on the stream that I did, that certain rooms wouldn't load unless you walked right up to the door. We fixed that, but also some people just, walking in down a hallway, there'd be a whole room missing. We believe we fixed that. Derek completely rebuilt the level triggering system. So when you're walking, before, if you were walking down a hallway, you had to hit a certain mark. You had to pass through a trigger that would trigger a room that's around the corner. So by the time you get to the corner, there it is. But there was a way to miss those, or if you walk too quickly, that sort of thing. So he changed it so the entire hallway will trigger the room. So we hope that that is fixed for today. And the reason we say we hope is everybody out there watching has a different computer setup. Everybody has different settings. Everybody has different specs. It's really hard to, figure out exactly. Like, we do some testing that we can amongst the team, and when we have the alpha, we will do a much wider testing period where hopefully a lot of you will be our testers, and we'll be able to work out bugs that way. This time with this demo, there's like 6 of us testing it, and we can only fix so much. So we will see what happens when everybody gets their hands on it today in 6 minutes. So yeah, please let us know. We were open to bug reports and stuff. People are putting bug reports on Reddit. People are there's a great spot on Discord to put bug reports and constructive criticism, so we can make the demo better. A big issue people are having is the fatal error issue. People get a little message that says fatal error, or like the game crashes. I made a post on Reddit, and the Reddit mods there pinned it, so it's at the top. If you go to the THG Reddit, there is a list of possible fixes for this fatal error. The general consensus is, if you don't have DirectX 12 on your graphics card, or your graphics card doesn't support DirectX 12, I forget the phrasing of it, that it will get this fatal error crash and you cannot play it. However, and that's why in the requirements we listed that you need DirectX 12. But there is a workaround where you can force your computer to play the demo in DirectX 11, if you have that, which most of you do. If you don't have DirectX 12, you probably have DirectX 11. And if you there's a way to force it to run it in DirectX 11 by adding something to the command, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not a great technological person, but it's all in the Reddit thread. It's all over Discord. It's all over Facebook. People are posting about it, that you can force it to run in DirectX 11 if that's what you have, and it will make the demo run. It might make other things a little odd, but for the most part, you can run the demo if your computer is not quite brand new kind of thing. And then even people who have DirectX 12, if you're having an issue with this fatal error, this will also fix that. And then there are some other things. You can run the demo as administrator, and you can turn off hardware monitoring software. That will help. So there's some fixes on Reddit. So go on Reddit, find this post, and get into this demo. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you some alpha images. Oh no, I got to do this first, guys. I'm sorry. We got some super chats from Jonathan Mitchell. $20. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Hope to a brighter. Here's to a brighter tomorrow. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Absolutely. Cheers to you, George. $1912. Clever. From New York City. Happy and healthy New Year to everyone. Hey, George, we're in the same city. Shane, $20. I waited 10 years to explore a second class library. I would donate additional 100 if you can promise to be added in upcoming weeks before you all work on the alpha. It absolutely will. I can you do not have to donate $100 because I can tell you right now that is going to be in the updates before we move away from the demo. The second class library will be in it. In fact, it was very almost added to this update today, but we decided to focus on night mode to give you guys some nighttime setting stuff. All right, let's just do some real quick alpha stuff. I'm just going to show you these. These are from Dominic. Dominic sent these over to me this morning with a little message for everybody. It says, these images are created in a build that is not to the maximum potential visually. So Dominic can work with the engine more effectively. So the engine is a lot less intense visually, so he can move around quickly, and his computer doesn't have to fight with a weather system while he's just trying to build the ship. So we add that stuff later. The final release version will utilize the newest lighting and rendering techniques, and these areas will even look better. Dominic thanks the audience for their support in the last few months and their enthusiasm. Feel free to reach out to accompany us as a volunteer modeler in the coming year. He wishes you all a good new year. May you stay healthy, and may this coming year be way better than the years before. Thank you, Dominic. Very sweet message to all of you. Yes, we have a link through the demo, and you can also just go to our website and go to our contact page, and you can select in the menu. It'll say like volunteer, I believe. And you can volunteer to be a modeler with us and help us build this great ship. And some of you have already reached out, and we will get back to you soon. The holidays, it's been hard to respond to every email for the holidays, but let's go through these images. I think I have a minute. Well, I want to enjoy them a little bit. So this is some images from the alpha. You can see a lot of the stuff that we've talked about, the ship under construction, the railings are being painted. You can even see the paint bucket there. We have the bridge up top is now a different color because it was in actual images of Titanic. It's the bridge was made of wood while the rest was made of steel, so it would appear very different. And we are messing with the textures of the superstructure, adding primer to different things to sort of spice it up. Let's go to this next image. Great shot of the floating crane, which is one of our favorite things that we have for this demo. We've had the floating crane before, but it's always been behind the ship, and now it's in the front, which is where it should be. And we had modelers sort of remake it in a much better way, so it can be sort of a focal point. Next image, the first cargo hatch, not painted yet, still open, a couple boards across the top, a little bit of storytelling there. Very nice shot. This image here, just the forecastle deck with the superstructure in the background. Still some things we're going to change here and there, some things we're going to add. This is a great shot. I love the railing, the unpainted railing, kind of like temporary railing while they build the ship. Of course, the cranes are unpainted. The decking isn't in on the forecastle or on the well deck. Very cool. And last shot, we have a workbench. Looks like a little toolbox kind of dude, trash can. Just little storytelling elements that we're still moving around. All right, folks, it is 2:15, so I'm going to post this link on time. Thank you very much. This is just in the guarantee group. It's posting. Let me just make sure it's up. All right, the link is on the guarantee group. It may come up a minute later because I posted it at 2:15. So actually, no, it should still work. It makes sense. But yeah, so jump into that. Guarantee group members. Everyone else, you will get this link tomorrow. It will be on the website tomorrow. In fact, perhaps we can just do like a midnight tonight thing. It depends. If we get like some crazy amount of bugs, maybe we'll try and fix them up before tomorrow's release. But yes, enjoy. And as always, if you get this link and you are not in the guarantee group, please consider donating to the project like everyone else did to have access to it that early. Speaking of donations, we have from Silent Wraith, $4, Great British Pound. I think I always say that and I never know. Love all the team's works. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. From John Morissette, $25. Thank you very much, John. Up here it is. Shane, $100. I'll donate 100 anyway. Thank you all for the work that you do. This demo has been incredible to explore so far. I can't wait to see the rest of the zones added for us all to explore. And I'm even more excited to see the alpha. The rest of that message is because it gets cut off. Even more excited to see the alpha grow in the future. Happy New Year. Thank you so much, Shane. Thank you very much. Very generous. So that's sort of everything. I don't want to like blow through those alpha images super quick, but yeah, Dominic's still working on those. We haven't even added all the new stuff that Derek's been working on with the weather and the lighting and all that stuff. We're still going to move around some of those storytelling things, and we're very excited about how that's turning out. As always, I have to plug our store. We have lots of great merch on the store. We have these side profiles, which I show every week on these streams, made by Mike Brady. They are gorgeous. And you can also get Matt DeWinkler's amazing plans. I have a copy myself. They are beautiful. They're so unbelievably detailed. You can get those at this website here, titanicdeckplan.com. You can join our Patreon here, patreon.com/TitanicHG, and support the team on a long-term basis. And then you can also now, as of Christmas, you can just donate at our website. If you go to our homepage of our website, you can just donate standalone donations again. We took those off for a while, but we are back to, if you just want to donate $5, go ahead. We appreciate it. All right. That's good enough for me. Oh, I guess I have this. I haven't shown this yet. I'm the creative director. Okay. So, folks, we got another super chat, and then I'm going to jump into the demo. Happy New Year. I love seeing how things have progressed. Thank you, R3P600. All right. So that's posted now. I talked about the texture problem, level loading issues, fatal error issues. Go to Reddit to find solutions for some of those. The alpha images and Dominic's little message. I read that. And I will keep the chat up here. And I'm going to jump into the demo. So yeah, folks, we're going to explore. I'm going to start out in daytime again. We're just going to hit some of the new places that have been added, and hit maybe some of my favorite places again, because they are amazing. And then we're going to jump into night mode and we'll explore the whole thing. So, now that I think about it, we're just going to show the new spaces and then jump right into nighttime mode because I'm excited. I'm very excited to see how this all looks at night. What little I saw has been very nice. This mic stand. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't believe I have anything else to say. Just as always, please join our Patreon. Please donate to the project, especially if you're going to be playing this demo this month. A lot of hard work has gone into it, and it's very, very cool. And yes, if you're experiencing bugs, we will be updating throughout the month. We will be trying to fix everything. And if your computer is a little bit under, not quite the specs, we hope that some of these fixes that we have found, that fans have found, that I posted on Reddit, will help you get into this demo. But just a friendly reminder that this demo, again, was designed for the developers only. It was designed at like maximum graphical everything because it was for us to develop the game. And we only recently decided to release it to the fans as a thank you, as a Christmas present. And we optimized as much as we can, and we're going to continue to optimize. But it does require pretty high-end equipment to run. But we're seeing a lot of people with pretty run-of-the-mill computers report to us that they have no problems at all. So we're very excited to hear that. All right, let's do it. Let me just open it up real quick. This will just take a second. Mega demo. Let it open. Back to the thing. Share screen. This is all very exciting. All right, back to the stream, and here we go. All right, I'm in the bottom corner. This all should work. So, and then I guess last thing, I saw somebody comment about this, we are not sending it out by email unless Matt is around and wants to just send it out by email as well. We had a lot of issues with the emails not going out. I guess sending 3,000 emails at once is not a very efficient way to do something. So we decided just to post it on the guarantee group, just get it out there. Much more efficient way of doing it. But if you don't have Facebook, you can also, how about this? If you don't have Facebook, but you're in the guarantee group, send me an email. You can go to our contact page, and I will absolutely send you a link to it. I will verify that you are who you say you are. Hold on one second. Okay, we're good. All right, shall we do it? You cannot download it from the website. The link on the website will just give you the most recent update, which came out a couple days ago, I believe. Okay, shall we do it? So we have our notice here, and I do encourage you all to read it when you do play it for the first time or the second time. We did update it the other day, added a little sentence in there. So here is the screen. I don't believe you guys will have sound effects. I don't think let me see if I can try and get the sound going real quick before we venture off too far. In fact, because I can try and turn this up, but I don't want to sit on this for too long because I do just want to kind of get going. Our contact page, just go to our website, THG. Just go to our TitanicHG.com, I believe, and just go to contact, and you can fill out the thing. All right. Yeah, no sound effects for now, I believe. Yeah, I don't hear anything, and I don't think you will either. But in the demo, you will have some sound effects and some music playing. All right, and we have a whole bunch of new options, everybody. I just want to point this out. Obviously, mouse sensitivity. I've turned mine way down because I like it nice and low. We have this sharpening option that can make everything look even better. Some people do not like motion blur. I personally love motion blur. And then we have some colorblind options. So definitely get in on that. Textures, everything's very high for me. Field of view. I think when I opened it, the field of view was way down. I'm not sure if that was just me. So mess with the field of view if you need to. And then this stuff here is important to know. Level streaming, you can turn off, and texture streaming, you can turn off. This will allow you to just, the entire level will load at once, and you can explore it without anything loading in or out. That is only if you have an incredible amount of RAM, I believe. So if you have a really, really intense computer, you can just turn level streaming off, and the entire level will load in at once, and you won't experience any sort of lag, any sort of loading in and popping in and stuff. My computer, though it is a pretty intense computer, can't do that. I don't have enough RAM, so I will not be doing that. I turn it off, and then it just sits on a loading screen because my computer's like, what are you trying to do? And I do not have ray tracing on my computer. Some of you do, and we've seen some stuff there. Music, sound effects. All right, we are all set to go. So we are going to jump into the daytime. Second and third class still coming soon. There are some new spaces, but no spawn points just yet. Let's jump into first class. Toot toot, young man. When did Robin die? Not sure. All right. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Matt. Always forget. Okay, here we are. We are in the new build of this demo. For those of you just joining us, we now have a crouch button, as you might have seen last week. You can also sprint. I'm not going to sprint too much, though. Everything looks quite nice, as always. Derek has completely redone the lighting for this entire thing. But we have explored quite a lot of this already in part one. So if you want to see some of these first class areas, feel free to do so. But we're going to go explore some new stuff. What do you say? Make my chat bigger so I can see you guys a little bit better. It did not make it bigger. It just made the window bigger. Okay. Text is still really small. Okay. Yes, we took the sparks off the switch box. I'm sorry. It was a dumb little gimmick. Okay, so let's go look at some of these new spaces. We have not announced what these new spaces are. If you are in our Patreon, if you are a patron, you know what the new spaces are because we tell our patrons things ahead of time. Yes. Okay. Someone asked, what ship is this? It's very funny. It's only the greatest ship ever built. So we're going to start off by going to a space that was added, I believe, on Christmas Day. I forget if it was added. I don't remember if it was added. It wasn't. It was not new today. So some of you have already found it. So we're going to go look at it. But I did not explore this in part one because when I explored part one, it was not in the. It was not in the thing. Okay, and it's this right here. We have a bathroom on A deck. Whoa. Hit pause button. So yes, we have a bathroom in on A deck. This was featured in a stream a long time ago, and these guys actually worked. They do not work now. I apologize. We're not focusing on that right now. So yeah, you can explore. This is a new space. It's not a very exciting new space, but it's there. So enjoy. Take a look out onto the forecastle deck. And yes, we have changed the height of the player. They were a little too tall in the original release. I mean, this is 1912 after all, you guys. This isn't. All right. So now let's see. I think that's it for this part of the ship. So we're going to go to the big new space, which I have not seen in a full build yet. I've only seen it in. Derek sent me a test build without lighting, and I got to see that, but I'm very excited. So we're going to go down to C deck. We're going to head down this hallway. Let's see. Let's open this door. Okay, this loaded much better this time. That's good. This room is just gorgeous. This blue carpeting is just so awesome. Everything about this is gorgeous. I love this so much. My 12-year-old self could see me now. They would be like, how did you manage to be part of such a cool thing when I have no idea how to make a video game? Like, I don't actually make these models. I just became friends with people who are unbelievably talented. All right, we're in the aft staircase on C deck, all the way on the bottom. And if you head down this hallway, there are some C deck cabins, but there is a door open all the way on the end. Cabins upon cabins upon cabins. This door is for crew only. Here we are. We are on the enclosed promenade on C deck. So this would be, forgive me if I'm wrong, friends, but there's the ocean. It looks beautiful. This would be like a second class entrance, correct? Because this here on C deck, this is the second class library. It's not the library, it's smoking room. Sorry, I didn't do my research before I started this. But this room here is will be available soon in the coming weeks. Um, walk speed slow down. All right, so let's head out here. We're onto the well deck. Yeah, this is the second class promenade down here, and then up there is more second class spaces. But now we're sort of into third class. This is the aft well deck. Walk around this quite a bit. We have some cargo cranes. We have these really nice bulwarks with the folding down gangways for third class. This would be like a third class promenade area. Low rollers, cargo winch, cargo hatches. All right. And then, yeah, you can come out this way. And then here's the other half of the enclosed promenade. You can go up these stairs, but you cannot enter onto the second class space here. And this is the second class stairs, the aft stairs that go down from here. The other second class stairs are up there. You can see the open door to the cafes up there. All right. Well, let's stay on. Well, let's go up these stairs. You know you want to. The entire poop deck is included in today's update. Another cargo winch, some vents, beautiful benches. This is as open air as I think we've had in this. Go right up to the railing and have quite a panoramic view of the ocean. Aft mast, kedge anchor, rope scuttle, little hatch underneath these benches. Very cool. Wildcat stands. And yes, of course, you can go up here to the docking bridge. This is quite cool. Here are the controls for the docking bridge. This is a little, I guess, what would you call it? A mast of some sort that would fold up and flags on it. I believe it's how they could communicate with the bridge should the telephone, which is right here, stop working for whatever reason. I apologize to all the historians watching who know much more than I do, but it's absolutely gorgeous up here. One thing that you can do in the options that I love to do, I know people have messed with it already, is if you go to field of view and change it. Well, let's go this way. Let's go all the way. All right. It changes the field of view. It just kind of gives you a different look of it. Puts different things in focus. In my opinion, it kind of makes it more realistic, like more like what our eyes see. Like this feels more correct to me that you actually have to turn your head to look up, and everything just seems a little bit more realistic. It's harder to maneuver because you can't, things in front of you are obviously very large, but it makes you a little sick actually. But it just changes the perspective a little bit, and then you can, of course, go the opposite direction, and it will change everything even in the opposite direction. It makes things very strange, but there are some interesting uses for this view if you're a screenshot taker. Stuff like this. It just makes things seem very different. One of the things we want to do, this was requested by fans and requested by me, is to make the field of view attached to something like the scroll wheel on the mouse, so you can change field of view in game. If you're a screenshot taker, that will be very, very cool because you won't have to do what I just did every single time. All right, let me just look off this way. You guys can take a look. I want to take a look at the chat real quick. Yeah, jack staff. That was the word I was looking for. I'm pretty sure that jack staff would work. Cool. All right, just making sure everybody's happy. I just don't want to look over there and see that, like, we can't see anything or your camera turned off, which I did fix. Thank you very much. All right, so there's only a little bit more to show off, and that is underneath the poop deck. Let's head on in here. This is the third class stairs. This is the top of the third class stairs. You cannot go down there in this update. You will be able to go down there very soon. And now let's head in here. This, I do believe, the third class smoking room. Let's see if we have a little marker above it. No, we don't. Side of the smoking room or the general room. You'd think I would do my research before this, but usually what I'm doing before streams is frantically figuring out what's wrong with my camera. Well, this makes me think it's a smoking room. Because in here, we have a very similar room. Yeah, this has got to be the general room because it has a piano in it, right? You guys can tell me in the chat. You guys can correct me whenever I'm wrong. But yeah, we got a little piano over here. These two rooms have never been in a demo that we've made. They are brand new to everybody. I love the way that the molding around these windows kind of has a little contour to it. Adds an interesting shape to the walls that are already like diagonal. Very, very cool. After this, through this door, I believe would be the steering gear. I can here and take a look more at the. Yeah, this has got to be the smoking room because it's all wood and stuff, and there's little spittoon things on the ground. So I think I was right originally. Was I right originally? I'm not sure. But yeah, very, very cool. So these are some third class spaces: third class general room, third class smoking room. And the third class stairs and the third class promenade. So lots of third class spaces. In future updates in the next coming, I don't know, days, weeks, you'll be able to go down these stairs and see some more third class areas and get down to some second class areas. And you will be able to go in areas like this room here and go up the second class stairs. So second class will be much more open. I guess I will just say now that this will have to be open as well because you can go in. I don't know why I'm pointing. You can go in the room up here as well, and so this promenade here will be open. So not a lot of secrets remaining after today's stream because I'm pretty sure this is all the fun areas. Okay, somebody finally said, I'm sure someone else said it, but Socialist Lines said, Socialist Lines on Discord, we interact a lot. General room is on the starboard side, port is smoking room. Yeah, okay, as I assumed. I think I might have misspoke originally, but you gotta assume that this port side has got to be the smoking room just because of the difference in the decor, the dark wood. This is much more family friendly, and it has a piano. Very cool. So that's the third class smoking room, third class general room, third class promenade, second class promenade, and the A deck forward cabins bathroom have all been added. I believe, and somebody in our Discord, developer Discord, Kyle or Derek, please tell me if I have forgotten something. But what do you say we go take a nap and wake up at night, huh? Let's do it. So we'll quit back to the main menu. Yes. So quick. Loading times. Spectacular. And yes, you do have to click I understand every time because people click that button and they don't read it. Okay. Currently, Matt and Kyle are already making fixes to things that they're seeing. I don't know if they're watching this and seeing fixes, but they're always working. Okay, let's do it. Just a reminder, you can check out alpha details here. You can join our Patreon. You can become a volunteer, mess with options again. All right, nighttime, first class. And now we have a nighttime little screenshot there. Oh boy, let's go. I have not seen this. All right. We did have demo 1 was at night, but demo 1 was essentially just the dining saloon. So it wasn't that interesting because there weren't a lot of windows. to see. Oh boy, see some stars out there. Oh gosh, you guys, you're going to be very nerdy for the next hour or so while we explore. I kind of want to see everything. What time is it right now? It's 2:41. Perfect. Um, so I've got about, let's say, 50 minutes, 50 minutes to just go everywhere and see everything. So yeah, as I said, we did demo one at night. Every other demo, I believe, has been set during the day, and so quite the difference here. And I'm excited to see what's going on here. It looks like so. This is pretty interesting, folks. I believe during the day this wasn't the case, but we have these um, little shutters over the windows in the dining saloon. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. Somebody tell me in the chat what that's about. Um, all right, let's head on through. Let's get out of here. We've seen that enough. Let's head. We're getting some super chats. Sorry. Given the chance, this is super chat from Thomas Layton. Given the chance to take a submersible down to see Titanic, absolutely I would. I would be terribly claustrophobic the whole time, but I would totally do that. We're going to retrace our steps from before, but kind of like blow through it a bit because down here, there won't be a lot of difference. I mean, you can tell it's slightly different, I suppose. But like without any real windows down here is really going to be kind of pointless to see at night. We have some little portholes here, so this room would look very different during the day, and it does. Kyle's done, or Derek, sorry, both Derek and Kyle, but Derek with the lighting has done an incredible job of making these different versions of the day and night settings. But yeah, being down here during the night is not going to be terribly different. This cargo hold, yeah, there's portholes and stuff. So, all right, let's head somewhere where there's some action in terms of lighting. Let's go check out the squash court. Not going to be any different. If you want to see a tour of these spaces, part one, I did more in-depth tours of this. Someone said, I'm the guy who created the soundtrack for Demo 3. I did not create the soundtrack for Demo 3. Anthony Casalena did. I did the voice of Robin, though, if that's what you're referring to. Toot toot, young man. It's the only line I remember. And was the other one. And then also the Robin appeared in Britannic, Patroness in the Mediterranean. Became a murderer, apparently. All right. Again, let's go down first. Scotland Road is not open for this update, but it will be soon opened up, and you will have all the third class and second class spaces. We will tour those in part 3. It'll be our last part. All right, that looks a little different. Less sunlight coming through. All right, let's head down here again. These spaces, this is exactly the same because these quote unquote portholes are not real. I don't know if people picked up on that, but these portholes go to nothing, and that's how they were on the ship. This was just meant to be aesthetics, I suppose. Very cool. So there's no lights on in this room. I love it. I'm not sure. I assume that this is a choice Derek made because these rooms are. I love that if that's the case, or if he just forgot. I'm not sure. But if you forgot, Derek, I say leave it because these rooms aren't really in operation this late at night. So why would you have them on? And then this room is just gorgeous, so you kind of have to have it all lit up. Very cool. I like this. I like seeing Titanic at night with some things like shut down for the evening. Yeah, pool looks different at night. Love that because there is a lot of daylight that comes through these portholes. Um, one thing I didn't show off last time is you can get in the shower here. Very cool. And I forgot about the crouch button last time. I pressed it a couple times, but you can get all the way down to water level here. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Now that we've explored basically all of the like lower level stuff. Oh, and also between the last updates, obviously all the little mini bugs that needed to be fixed have been fixed. So, like going through doors, there were some doors that were hard to go through. Um, why is Andy Samberg streaming on YouTube? Is that supposed to be a joke about me? Because I did used to get a lot of "you look like Andy Samberg" jokes. All right, let's head on up to C deck, where the purser's office looks closed. Very cool. Love that. Love seeing the stars out the window. It makes me so excited to go out on deck. C deck, it's just so beautiful. Derek did such a good job. Like even like look at these little lamps. I mean, I know they are on, or maybe they weren't, but like these lights are on during the day, but it's just when it's at night, everything has a different glow to it. Magic, absolute magic. All right, so we're gonna start off going. Let's go this way first. I don't think there was anything down here. Again, if you want to see a little bit more of these areas. Oh yeah, this room. Um, this is nice. I'll be taller now. Make me 6 foot again. Weird reflection. Oh, you can see the insides of the ship in the reflection. It's not perfect, you guys. Very, very cool to see this at night. Reflections are complicated. In fact, the reflections off this wall are kind of doing that same thing. Reflections in video games are very difficult. Wasn't this one open? No, this one wasn't open. All right, let's head back to the grand staircase. All right. And yes, I do encourage little role playing coming out of your cabin. Decide to explore Titanic a little bit in the middle of the night. Everyone's asleep. Any stewards? I just want a warm glass of milk. Is that so much to ask for? All right, let's head this way. C deck. We've got this beautiful cabin. Ugh. This cabin at night. This is the Strauss's cabin that we were in earlier in the daytime. Theodore and Ida Strauss. Beautiful. This wood is just, it's so incredible. But all, looks the same-ish. Seeing, yeah, the reflections are reflecting this level. Pretty much every reflection does. It's very cool. It's reflecting what the level looks like without walls. We'll fix that. All right, let's keep going aft. Little room here. No, it's not open yet. I don't know if we're going to open it. Some of these rooms, we do this because the rooms aren't finished. And if they are, and we can let you in there, we would. So if we don't end up letting you in there, it's just because the room isn't finished, and we just wanted to have a little bit of storytelling going on and allow you to see things like this. Down here, there's nothing else down this hallway. Let me just check my messages real quick. Apparently Betty White died, you guys. I'm seeing that in the chat. That's extremely sad. I think she turned 100 like yesterday. Betty White is a legend. So we'll dedicate this stream to Betty White if it is true that she died, because she is one of those people that people always say, like, there's always a rumor that she died, but then it turns out she didn't. There's always her and like Macaulay Culkin are always apparently dead. But I wouldn't be surprised if this time it is true. She is 100. Oh, that looks amazing. Well done to Derek on this. The Maids and Valets Saloon. This is one of those new spaces from the last update that is just very cool to see. Like a very bare bones crew space. Still nice, but they didn't shell out too much money for that. I saw somebody on YouTube streamed this demo and um, added the Adventure Out of Time music. Highly recommend. It's a great idea, especially with nighttime mode. We were walking around to bum, bum, bum. Amazing. Great music. All right. Well, let's head to the new areas because we're here. Oh, here's a nice cabin. I don't think I explored this one. Pretty cool. I saw someone say, "Who is Betty White?" Betty White. Oh, she's 18 days away. Oh, she didn't hit 100. Yeah, Betty White is a legend. Like, she's an actress. She was in a million things. Most notably, I guess, was she was in Golden Girls, I suppose. But she was just one of those people. Like, whenever she was in anything, she was always amazing. Very funny. She's hosted SNL a bunch. Definitely watched some of that. Terribly, terribly funny actress. And she's 100 or 99. She's been acting since she was a kid. And like, if you look at pictures of her when she was in her 20s, like a golden age Hollywood movie star. R.I.P. All right, let's head out to the new spaces here. And these look great. And this will look even better when you can look in these windows into the second class spaces there. But the promenade looks amazing. All right, we're going to head outside for the first time. Oh my God. This is insanity. Wow. I am blown away. Wow. I hope you guys can see the same kind of. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is magic. This is magic, everybody. I cannot wait for you all to see this. Now I can hear the complaints, requests. I can hear the requests that people will say that it's too bright or whatever. That it should be like pitch black, that sort of thing. It's so beautiful. We don't want it to be too pitch black for you not to be able to, Jesus, for you not to be able to like see anything and like enjoy the model of the ship. But it is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, beautiful. You can kind of see what people when they describe seeing the iceberg on the horizon, how the only reason you could possibly see it is if it breaks um the stars. It's like a silhouette of like the mast on the back there. Very cool. Right. Let's head on out. Let's see some more spaces. Can't wait to get to the bridge. Let's see. So much to do, so much to see. Along with taking the back streets. All right. We're heading into these rooms again. The third class general room. Very, very warm. Everything about Titanic is just so warm and cozy. It's so hard to believe that it would go through what it would go through. Third class smoking room, looking good. Great. All right. Back onto the well deck. It looked great. But we did have, so like this is a good example. So like look at this light. It's good. Definitely looks good. I mean, it's fine. I don't know if I want to say good. It looks exactly as it should look. But for the alpha, we had a modeler build this light, and the cover of it and like the rivets in it, you can see how it was constructed. It's the alpha of THG, as amazing as this all looks, the alpha is just going to look 100 times better. Let's go up here real quick. So beautiful. Incredible work, Derek and Kyle and Matt and everybody who works on this. Okay. All right. Mostly everybody is impressed. It's beautiful. This is art. We're allowed to have your opinions, but I disagree. All right, let's head up a floor, shall we? Or a deck, sorry. We are on B deck here. Take a look at this. This is very, very cool to see the grand staircase at night. There's been a lot of talk about whether or not the dome was lit. Obviously, the light in the middle, the chandelier, is there. But if there was lights along the rim, and somebody will have to speak to this, but someone, I believe somebody on our team was just diving into the design of this dome and was able to confirm that that would not be the case, I believe. And so, as you can see, the dome is not lit in the way that it would be in the movie, for example. Let's head out to the Cafe Parisien. Love it out here. This is definitely the kind of thing where it's like, I wonder if anybody would actually be in here this late at night, but it's nice to have it all lit up. Looks great at night. Let's head into the restaurant. I want to point out I've had very little level loading issues. I didn't really have any in the first stream either, except for when I didn't open the doors correctly. I have noticed a couple spots, I haven't pointed them out, where I was in like a very, very different location and I could see through a window in the distance that a certain room wasn't loaded in. But for the most part, and it's crystal clear in terms of getting places. I know now I'm gonna walk right into like an empty room. Now it's just jinx myself, I'm sure. But all right, let's head down the hallway. There was also some talk online of let's see, there's only one cabin on here. Oh yeah, very cool to see this. Yeah, reflections. All right, the main glitch I'm seeing are these reflections. We'll have to figure that out. Private Promenade looks great at night. Yeah, ocean looks good. Weird reflections, but we'll fix that. Yeah, that's great. And it looks like these little shades were brought down. Can we go in there? No. Got a little letter going here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well done. All right. Oh, cool. Dominic sent me something. Dominic, I'll share that before we leave. I think Dominic sent me the light that I pointed out that we remade. So we'll have to check that out. All right. This is the one of the entrances here, which has this door here. Oh. Private entrance. Now we're back to the grand staircase. And for anybody who needs to see it, here's the other private promenade. Looks the exact same. Oh, there's the interactivity. Okay. We can't go down this way. These doors are not open still. Here are the elevators. All right, let's head up another floor, right? That's everything on this deck, I believe. Kyle, you'll have to message me and tell me if I'm skipping anything. I skipped the gymnasium last time. So, all right. So we're on A deck, which we all know what that means. Even my computer. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Pure magic. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, guest for the show, my wife, Katie. As always, has to go to work. I have to go to work later. We're both working on New Year's Eve. How fun is that? Oh, see, this is something that didn't load last time. If you look through this across the way, how cool is that? That you can see the reading and writing room through here. Like that is the epitome of this project to me. Is just because I think what obsessed me with the Titanic early on was in Adventure Out of Time, thinking that I could go anywhere on Titanic. And this is that feeling of like, I see a room and now I can go over there. It's pretty magical. All right. So we're on A deck. So A deck, as everybody has discovered, is the toughest to load. The grand staircase is it's you may have seen a little sputter when I turned around to see Honor and Glory Crowning Time, but like look at that. And I have a pretty beefy computer, courtesy of Derek Revere. I have a pretty nice computer, so I understand that people have had issues with things like loading in, and the biggest culprits seem to be the grand staircase, A deck, boat deck level, um, the um, the lounge and smoking room. I think the lounge, though, is obviously the number one issue people are having. And I apologize, but the lounge, as it was in real life, is ungodly detailed. Yeah, my computer right now is even like begging me not to go into the lounge, but we have to go. All right, let's do it. Everyone's favorite. I just love this thing. I remember the first time I ever saw anything of this project was back in the Lost in the Darkness days, and in the little video they went through the revolving door, and it blew my mind. And I was like, I'm going to be obsessed with this project. So let's take a right first and head into the reading and writing room. Looks beautiful as always. Very well lit. Surprised how bright it is, you know. And I'm not saying that it's too bright. Like, look at how many light bulbs there are. Like they really wanted this room. Well, it's a reading and writing room. Duh. You need some light, so it makes sense. But it's not like a smoking room where you can relax in dim lighting with your evil friends. You know, this is where you're some work done. All right, very cool. I love that room. But my favorite room, and yeah, you can see it takes a second. So I apologize to everybody who can't seem to go into the lounge because your computer crashes. We're gonna keep working on it, but at the end of the day, you know, by the end of January, if your computer cannot handle this room, I mean, mine barely can. Again, here's this crazy reflection. You can see the compass platform. That's funny. Um, you know, this room is gorgeous and it's super super detailed, like it was in real life. I mean, the chandelier, I can't imagine how much data or whatever, how much power this light takes from my computer. It's gorgeous though, and I hope you get to explore it a little bit. Okay, let's keep going aft. Yeah, and then I have seen people who are like, my computer's super old and the lounge is fine for me. So who knows, guys? I'm best to fix some of these issues, but some people just don't have issues. All right, aft grand staircase. Well, aft staircase looks good. Let's enter the smoking room. Smoking room looking great. Beautiful. This would be like a very common spot for a lot of men to sit and, you know, with the ship going down and kind of contemplating life a little bit. pretty incredible to stand in here. And this is, of course, this brings back Adventure Out of Time vibes. Of course, lots of things took place in this room in Adventure Out of Time. All right, head on into the cafe back here. Beautiful. Crazy to see this room like this when we just a week ago saw it in the daytime for the first time, which is pretty special. All right, head on outside. Oh, I love this. I love the way the light bleeds outside. Like it's so realistic. Derek did such a great job. Fast, looking good. Man, look at this. Spectacular. I am obsessed with this at the moment, and I hope you all are as well. So cool to see Titanic at night for the first time in our universe of Titanic Honor and Glory. A little bit. So this is an opportunity to do this. Graphics. It just gives you a better view down long stretches of the level, while keeping things in the foreground nice and big. Basically, when you're outside and you can see far, I think the field of view is a fun thing to mess with. It just makes for great photos, man. I think it more mimics like a real. We got a super chat. Hold on. Imagine if this game had a massively multiplayer mode where people could just hang on the ship and experience the sinking if they choose. Thank you for $5. Baby Jenks. Great name. Yes, a lot of people have suggested that to us. Obviously, if this game is just massively successful and we have the ability to do whatever we want and we have a gigantic budget, obviously something like that would be so much fun, to be able to run around on this ship and see other people and interact with fans of the game. That would be very cool. Obviously, as you all know, our slogan at the moment: finish the ship. Let's just get the ship done, please. Oh, I don't think I went in here. I mean, it looks the exact same, but so yes, we will focus on Titanic. Let's get it done. Let's get the alpha going. Let's get some meaningful progress before we start flying off the handle with wild ideas. Oh, that is a very cool idea. All right, so that's it for B deck. Let's head back through lounge. Oh, here we go. There we go. Took a second to load it in. And you can see how my computer struggles with the lounge. The lounge is the lounge, you guys. For a reason. That. Very cool. All right. Get out of here. Okay, now we're back to the grand staircase, honor and glory, crowning time. Here we are. We're on the boat deck for the first time here. Boat deck's looking nice. We all love this painting back here that no one knew about. I didn't know about. Let's head into the gymnasium. Gymnasium looks essentially the same. The windows provide a lot of light, of course, but they are opaque. All these models are just so spectacular. Shout out to the modeler who lent us all this stuff, because it's beautiful. Very well done. Oh, and I think this was fixed. I know we had an issue with the world map was giving us trouble. Nice and crisp and beautiful. All right, we only have one more thing to look at, and then we're out of here. And that is the officers' quarters. So we head this way. We have the elevator gear. There is a. I'll have to see what that is. I noticed that in a couple spots. You can see through the skylight. You can see the stars in the skylight. Very cool. Love that. Like the lights get bright. I want to say it has to do with, obviously lighting related, but I think it just has to do with large sources of light and what they do to the game in terms of like the exposure effect. Very cool though. What a cool skylight to have. I wonder. Oh, I want to turn the light off. I can't turn the light off. You know why? Because the lighting is baked in, and in the alpha that we're working on, it won't be. So I can turn the light off. So something to look forward to in the alpha, the ability to turn things on and off. It looks like the wireless is on. Was this on last time? That's very cool. We talked about adding some sound effects as well. Some people requested it'd be cool if like this was beeping or something. We've talked about that. We're focusing on bugs right now and getting all the areas to you, and then we'll do some quality of life stuff, and then we'll get focused on the alpha. Very cool though. Wireless room looking good. All right, let's get out of here. This way through the officers' quarters, past all the officers' cabins on the left here, to the wheelhouse here. So something that Derek pointed out, he sent the build over to me, and then he said, I meant to turn the lights off in the bridge. It would be pitch black out here, as it would have been on the night. And every night they would have turned these lights off for the sake of night vision. So the officers' eyes could adjust. In fact, I believe when the officers would change watches, when like Lighthauler would let Officer Murdoch take over, Lighthauler would stay on the watch for a little bit and let Murdoch's eyes adjust before he left. Cool. There we go. First little glimpse of the forecastle deck there and the forward well deck. And speaking of the night vision thing, all the lights forward of the bridge, like you can see a bunch that have, or sorry, all the bullseye lights, the circular windows that have light coming out of them, they would have covers that they would put, dead eyes, I think they call them, that they would put over these lights so they would blacken them out. So that forward of the bridge would be completely pitch black, so you could see perfectly. Because as anybody would know, if you've ever driven a car and turned at night and turned that overhead light on, you really need to turn it off because it's like you just can't see very well. So yeah, so here's the bridge, more lit up than possibly it should be, but we will get to that. And that's sort of, oh, you know what? There is one place I didn't go yet. So we'll go there now. Look at that. Magic. All right. I did not go out onto the promenade on the boat deck here. So let's run. Open, run. Side. There we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Oh, you can see a little, see the lamp, mast lamp up there. Sorry if you can hear her growling. It's my dog being a big baby because I'm not paying attention to her. All right. Yeah, you can see the little mast lamp up there. Very cool. And nothing quite like looking in these windows and seeing spaces. It's really incredible. Let's head back this way. Oh, I think we all can see that the lounge, or this would be the reading and writing room, I believe, not loaded in when we're on the boat deck. Eric, fix that. It's really the only major level loading issue that I have seen this whole time, is that the A deck is missing when you're on the boat deck. So things that will be fixed possibly by tomorrow. Possibly not. Not up to me. It's up to Derek and his schedule. He has work. He has a family. Now this looks beautiful, though. I mean, look at these funnels. Jeez, look at that. Okay, I think that's everything. Let me hold on. Let me check I've gotten a bunch of messages from the team. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Derek says that perhaps things just didn't trigger because, yeah, we'll fix that. Yeah, everything works quite a lot better, which is great. Yeah, and I'll show this to everybody as well. Cool. So, folks, that's sort of the update for today. Let me see what time I have. Oh yeah, not bad. It's gorgeous. Derek did an incredible job. These models are beautiful. We're so happy that we're able to share this with you. So one thing I want to point out that I had a discussion with some people about, and it's this exposure effect. You may have noticed it on the first update um, when you'd go from a bright area, or when you were inside and you'd look outside, or you'd walk out into a bright area and then you would see it, like you couldn't see outdoors and stuff like that. There is a it's supposed to mimic your eyes adjusting to things, which is very, very cool. And you can see it, the opposite of it here, where we are outside the grand staircase, and the grand staircase is really well lit, and you can see how bright it is from the outside because we are outside. But when we head inside, the eyes adjust and it sort of dims itself a bit. And now outside is nice and dark, and then you walk outside and it gets a little bit brighter. It's just such a cool feature in the engine, and the some fans mentioned, at least I saw one fan mention, that the effect was too much during the day, that when you look outside it shouldn't be that bright. And we had a discussion about it. First of all, I love the exposure effect. I love being in the veranda in Palm Court and walking towards the big open sliding doors that are just so bright, and then you walk out and there's the ocean. I think it's magic. I think it's perfect. And I talked to Derek about it, if there is a way to fix it, or not fix it, but change it. And we talked about how the outside light is sort of what it is. It's just like based on the environment. The only thing we could do is we could make the interior brighter, but what we're trying to mimic here is 1912 lighting, and just trying to make it get a feel of the ship that it's a little more important to us than what sort of what your eyes would have to adjust to in terms of interior versus exterior. So like this light, nice, like dim glow in the grand staircase is just so magnificent. I wouldn't want to touch it just because walking from one space to another space is too weird for like one fan versus another fan. It's all based on personal preference. So that all being said, I think it's time to turn in for the night. Let's see, where are we? I'm lost. Okay, we are on B. All right, so we're gonna turn in. And turn the lights off. I can't, but I can in the alpha. All right, let's quit out of this real quick. I'm gonna show you guys one thing, and then we'll be done for the day. Okay, hopefully we're still good. Let me pull up the chat. Let me just see what sort of super chats I missed. I did mention people. I hope that was enough. I went too long without putting them on screen. Shane, another donation. Shane, you're too generous here. $10. Night mode is incredible. I'll be eagerly anticipating second class. And as I explore everything this demo has to offer, thank you for all your hard work. The fact that this demo is free still blows my mind. Yeah, we considered, I suppose, releasing it for a price, but our fans paid for this already by donating, and also we knew not everybody would be able to run it, and it's a pretty high-end kind of environment. So it just the best thing was just let's give it out for free and let people enjoy it. And we will just put lots of join the Patreon, make a donation, and people can do it that way. So it's optional. So someone asks, is this a new update? It's a new update as of right now for Guarantee Group members. It'll be out for everybody else tomorrow. I'll put on Facebook when it'll be out. I imagine it'll be out tomorrow morning. It depends on if Derek wants to do any updates or anything. It worked very well for me, so I feel like it'll be all right for the majority of people. But there will always be people who, for one reason or another, they'll have their computer won't load one room for some, and figuring all that stuff out is a journey that we are all on together. Okay. So one thing I do want to show, I showed you all that light that was on the wall. Let me just save this real quick. Save. On the little, I think they called them oyster lamps. I hope I'm right, because if I'm not right, that's a really funny name. The oyster light, I think, is what it's called, but it's that very industrial looking light that's on the bulkhead on the well decks. It's covered in a glass sphere, like a half sphere, and it's there, and it's very industrial because the well deck is a very high traffic space for swinging cargo and stuff, and so they needed to be protected so the lights didn't shatter. And so I pointed them out because they were fine. They totally fit the bill for the purpose of what we were doing with this demo. But the alpha, the amount of detail going into the alpha is just much more. And so I'm gonna show you all what the exact same lamp looks like in the alpha. So here it is. This is on the forward well deck, but it's the same model. So you can see the massive difference. I mean, the one in the demo was essentially a glowing ball with a sphere over it and like a ring around it, and it was stuck to the wall. This one, as you can see, is you can see each and every little part. It's really, really, really lovely. Well done to the model maker who did that. So you can just see the difference in detail is going to be pretty astronomical. And then I'm sure what that will bring up is people thinking, well, is more detail just going to slow the game down, all that stuff. One of the reasons that we're having an issue with like the amount of detail in the lounge and levels not loading and stuff in this is because again, this was never built to be released to people. And right now we're trying to catch up and retroactively fit it to be consumable by people. So we're taking this lounge that is super detailed and trying to optimize it, and taking these levels that were never meant to be played at the same time and tie them together with triggers. So we're trying to add all this stuff like retroactively over the course of a month. And so what we're doing with the alpha is every single thing with the alpha is being built with you playing it in mind, with the mega demo models were made for pretty much only historical accuracy and attractiveness. That we wanted them to look as nice as possible. And then once you have so much of that, you realize you can't really release that. So That light is built by Paul Harris, one of our volunteer modelers. Very well done. So the alpha is being built with much more in mind than creating a pretty painting to explore. You actually get to interact with stuff, and I don't know if that's possible. Let's look at it. Let's see what this. If we look at this light, it seems like there's a hinge on it, right? Looks like there's like possibly a key of some kind that goes on the right there, and then it pops open and you can change the light bulb, that sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe you should be able to open it, like that sort of thing is what we can explore with the alpha that we can explore in the demo. So a little look at the winter roadmap from last week. This is something we made before we released anything, and we're pretty much on track here. Actually, we're very much on track. Everything has been released on time. And tomorrow will be the night level officially released to a wider community. Bug and performance fixes, UI UX changes if we need them. The UI UX seems to be working quite well, so I don't know if we need to make any major changes. So yeah, all that's left is adding in some second class and a couple third class spaces left. So there's Scotland Road. There is Scotland Road is yet to be added, which of course has some crew quarters off of it. There's the third class dining saloon off of Scotland Road. There's the boiler room thing, the ladder access all the way down to the boiler room 1, I believe. Boiler room 6. It's boiler room 6. And then there's that goes off to the second class stairs. There's the library, the second class smoke room. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. So folks, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of the stream. We will do part 3 sometime next week. Once the rest of the areas are added, or at some point this month, I should say. We'll do part 3. We'll explore the rest of the demo. And I hope you all have a lovely new year. And here's to 2022 being the year that the alpha begins. We thank you for your support, and we will see you in the future. See you next year. Bye.